So, do you remember that big save we done last year? Here's this year's equivalent. Hey guys, it's Maxie here, welcome to a TEW2020 video. As I did say, the intention was always to get a WWE and NXT save on the go. That has begun. As I say, I will predominantly be streaming it mostly on Twitch, and at the same time we're playing a bit offline as well. But every so often, I'll be doing like kind of roundup videos here, so it'll be a wee bit different format to what we're used to, and what basically we'd done on last year, because yeah, I got 7 years done in the game, in last edition. I've got a feeling we could take this to 2030, maybe even further. Yeah, and the thing is as well with these kind of videos being like kind of updates, I've enjoyed TW, like really enjoyed it. I've got like quite a few saves in the go. I've got that much stuff that is already backdated for YouTube because the AEW save was so much fun. The WWF save in 1983 is so much fun. I've done a year on that already, which is mad. So yeah, try not to basically oversaturate the market of content I'm putting out on YouTube because it can be too much for people to take in at one time. So yeah, just kind of, as I say, this will be fluctuating. There'll be updates on Twitter as well. But I kind of thought about it. What I wanted to do with the save was obviously the same as last time. It's actually been a lot of discussions with Aaron about this and his save as well. It's like, it's an offline save, just trying to have fun with it. Sure, you want it to be a wee bit realistic, but at the end of the day, you're just kind of fantasy booking with it. So I'm going to give you a wee kind of insight of what's happened so far and what I'm looking to do. Before I kick into that usual, check out the description below. That'll give you, as I say, links to the game, mods, especially the mod I'm using as well, and the imported stuff which I'll talk about, and other people's content as well, either on the Reddit subforum or the Grey Dog Software written fantasy bookers section. Check it out, by the way, because it can be some really great reading. I don't post in it, but I sure do lurk and do appreciate the time and effort the guys put in there. Apart from that, yeah, let me know what you think of the save, what you think of your own saves, wrestling in general. Because this could be a long one, it could be a short one, but I think it's going to be a long one. So, first and foremost, obviously, was looking through a lot of the June updates for what kind of mod I was going to go for. I eyed up a few. I was really looking at the challenge of the Who's. I just feel at the moment it's a bit too challenging to be WWE. I feel like the Who's mod is absolutely perfect if you're not looking to go one of the bigger companies. If you want to go a lower down company or you're wanting to do a Road to Glory, it is the absolute perfect mod for that. And the reason I say that is WWE to book is really difficult. AEW is really difficult, so it's a great challenge. But as I say, if you're wanting to save a database, that has got absolutely phenomenal depth to it, then 110% the Who's mod is great for that. It's great for the amount of companies it's got, the amount of matches, the amount of venues. So definitely, as I say, it really depends what you're looking for in a save. We're all different wrestling fans, we all cater for different things. A lot more folk go to independent shows, much independent wrestling than myself. I've only got a couple of companies that are local from where I stay, but elsewhere there's a better opportunity for that. So predominantly for me, the only companies, because there is so much wrestling to consume, has been WWE and AEW, because that's been the easiest for me to access. So I went with Questlove's mod for this one. I have imported the venues from the Who's. I did import the angles from the Who's, where he'd imported from somewhere else, he told me. But I've also imported my angles from what I used in 2016. So I don't even know what mod they were in 2016, but I know it's the mods, the angles I'm comfortable with. So that'll help me with the openings, the shows, etc. because I use them quite a lot. So there was a wee bit kind of an iffiness on this one about the initial start, as you'll see, but we eventually do pick up in terms of that as well. Another thing is the broadcasting. I didn't have any pay-per-view deal, it was strictly the network, and I wasn't making money out of it, as you'll see in finance. So you see a 3 million loss last month. Admittedly, I used Goldberg a lot, which was 1.2 million an appearance. There's a reason for that. But with the 100 million you've got in the balance here compared to the 10 you were getting in the Who's, there's a lot more flexibility with that. The 15 million that you have in the loss it already has purely been on the basis of WWE Network expanding it in different areas just to try and get the income back. But I've kind of thought it doesn't really matter about the money, as I say, it is more kind of like a fun, just really want to fantasy book kind of thing. So if I need to chuck money, I'll chuck money at WWE just for a bit of fun, because I don't want to get like 10 years down the line of bankrupt them, save round, so it'll be more fantasy booking. So there's that to take into account, but as I say, we'll try and keep avoiding using it as much as we can. You notice here, I don't have anyone with morale issues. So I thought, again, let's turn that off, let's just have fun, let's just have fantasy booking. So people can still get pissed, they were certainly pissed with a few of the decisions I made at Backlash, but in terms of not being booked, they're not really worried about that, so that's not too bad. Believe it or not, given I had Raw and SmackDown, I still felt I didn't have enough wrestlers, which was quite crazy. So a few call-ups from NXT already, and I think it's just I'm trying to protect people. But the call-ups I've had so far have been Finn Balor after the NXT takeover, which I can't show at the moment because I'm about to book a SmackDown. It won't let me access my development company or switch character, because obviously I'm Shane McMahon, throwback to obviously last game's save, is WWE, and I'm Triple H as NXT. The plan is to stay as NXT for as long as possible before eventually factoring in all my NXT folk are on the main roster. So to give you an idea, if I quickly go to show history, there we go. So you see here, I started in the first week with main event, but it was very tedious booking main event, Raw, NXT, SmackDown, so straight away I just took the loss on that, just to get rid of the main event. So strictly Raw, NXT, and then SmackDown. But you can see there straight off the bat, obviously the idea of pushing the likes of Austin Theory. I use a lot of angles, hyping people up. There's another debutant I forgot about, Dominik Dijakovic. Really trying to get over the group as well of Seth Rollins, Buddy Murphy, and Austin Theory. Brendan Vink and Shane Thorne have been weird. Excuse me. And the reason is, I had Cedric and Ricochet beat them. They two don't click as the tag team, so they've already been separated. Vink and Thorne went back down to NXT because of the alliance with MVP. But the plan is, I don't know when I'm going to bring them back up, but it's going to be a heel faction called the Aussie Alliance. Brendan Vink, Shane Thorne, Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, and the leader, something a wee bit different, a female leader in Rhea Ripley. And I just think that just makes sense because she is absolutely badass and they can follow her lead. So yeah, looking forward to that. But you can see here, 57 for the first show. It was difficult, and that was with a main event of, was it Orton v Truth was the main event? What was the main event? Scroll that down. And that was Rollins, Murphy and Lashley with McIntyre, Black and Carrillo, which only got 58. Interestingly enough, Humberto Carrillo actually has a suspension rehab for soft drugs, so he's gone already. He'll be back in 3 months. But basically decided to use Raw to put people over people that wasn't going to use. Big Show's still overness, ain't going to use them. Kane still overness, ain't going to use them. So good wins there for Angel Garza and Andrade as well. So just abusing that fact. SmackDown's moved a bit better. As I say, obviously straight away was the plan to get Roman involved. You've got Cena on that side as well. I could utilise the likes of Undertaker, etc., which I have started to do so, as they've had opportunities. And yeah, the plan was to basically get rid of Shorty as quickly as possible and turn it in to Chad Gable. So you can see there a 72. I'm not going to go through all the shows individually, that was just to give you an idea of where it started. But you can see a 74, a 73, 78, 75, 77, 76, and then on to the pay-per-view. I have dropped down a medium, which I'm at the stage now where I'm gaining pop in some places. I'm not losing it as much, but I feel it's a decent level just now. Financially, we're absolutely fine, and as I say, we're just in that shock phase. So until practically December, the company can't drop for more than medium, but it can't go to large. But I can at least get the pop towards large. So as soon as 6 months hits, I'm straight there. So that's been good to know that. But Matt Riddle's up as well. I forgot about that one. But I'll cover the Backlash full results. As I say, that's something I do want to cover, as would normally be. So to give an idea what I've done on the WWE Network for $9.99. I had the Street Profits defeat the Viking Raiders by count out. I felt like I had to keep them strong. I had a promo with Cena. One wee data inaccuracy was Miz and Morrison were still tag champs, so in order to ensure I was getting the real life title reigns up to real life, basically I had the New Day win it, so that's right cool, right amount of title reigns. Then we're beaten down by the Forgotten Sons, although I don't know if I'm going to push forward with that angle for obvious reasons. Angle Garza went ahead of Kevin Owens, so KO was not really happy about that one, but I gave him 100 grand just to go put him over. Matt Riddle v Sheamus came out very well as a 76, so Riddle's going to get a big push, and Sheamus had a great match with him. Andrade wasn't too happy putting over Apollo Crews, but there you go. And then Balor puts the promo on Andrade, so that's the wee feud that's going to be kicking forward into Extreme Rules. Bayley defeat Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's title. Honestly, I've just struggled to book that division on SmackDown, because obviously Bayley just want to hold out and go Bayley v Sasha at SummerSlam. I think everyone's going to try and book that. I had a 6-way for the vacant IC title. Secure tournament, just put 6 in there. So it was Gable, Gulak, Bryan, Nakamura, Cesaro and Sami Zayn. Chad Gable picks up the victory. Drew defeat Lashley to retain the title. Corbin defeating Goldberg. I'm just getting all of Goldberg's overness onto Baron Corbin, so then Baron Corbin can put it on someone else. Roman Reigns defeated Braun Strowman and The Fiend for the Universal title. Just get the title back on Roman. The title was going to go there if it wasn't for the pandemic, so Roman's back and just says, I want my title shot. And then the greatest match ever, greatest wrestling match ever, with Edge defeat Randy Orton with an 80 rated match. So not quite the best match ever, but one of the best ones I've had on this save so far. Last Raw was a 39, just kind of was late night booking, but yeah, just putting certain people over. The idea of the 6-man tag was to put Austin Theory in it and be wrestling with big names, get a big rating, and then hope some of that would push onto him. Same with Charlotte Flair. That was the idea of putting her in with Bianca Belair. So a few notes to take into account as well. Samojo's going to turn heel. He's just back from his concussion. As soon as I can think of a plan where I want to insert him, he'll get in there. So I'm quite lacking upper mid-card heels on Raw. On NXT, we had Io Shirai win the title in a triple threat match. She pinned Rhea Ripley, so Charlotte finishes a lone spell, loses the belt. Then we're on to that. Everybody seems to get injured in NXT so far. Fabian Aichner and Marcel Barthel are both get injuries. In terms of signings, if I just look at my roster, that's just my people over 70 popularity in the States, so not too many, which is quite worrying. But we're aiming to take some of that overness and shove it in somebody else, so Brock's getting ready to be jobbing shortly. If I just quickly reset that one. So new signings, there's not been too much to be honest. Carlito's back, because I like Carlito. And yeah, it's just going to give me another heel on the Raw brand. Apart from that, I don't think I've really signed too many people. Dijakovic is up, as I say, I've stated before. Where can I check? Can I check our news? No, see, not really a lot. Because if I can just guide you through this, obviously, rid of that, drop to that. Told you about thingy. Vance, the 2 takes were one-off deals. Because obviously Preston Vance should be with AEW. And yeah, Gronk, just let him go, retired the 24/7 title. And just added some pay-per-view deals with Box Office and DirecTV, just to get some pay-per-view money. But apart from that, yeah, not too much has really changed. Notice I've started to really work out what I'm going to do with Money in the Bank. He won't be cashing it in, but we'll certainly get him to drop it at one point. How's the prestige of the belt going? Oh, still 88, that's good. Let's try and get up to number 1. We're almost quite high though. Universal, got a long way to go. But as I say, NXT, there's not been a lot on it. Have I let Indy go? Or that's just alumni that are not even folk I've dealt with. But NXT won't let me click on it because of the screen I'm at the moment. But as I say, we've had one takeover, which is in your house. Next one will be SummerSlam weekend. I'm still going to space that out to 8 weeks because that's going to give me an opportunity to kind of plan who's leaving to come up to the main roster, because I want as many up as possible. But I need to obviously prepare NXT as long as possible with the next generation coming through. So I don't want to basically go 6 months in NXT shit. I want to try and keep a good couple of people there, but I know once I call up the Undisputed Era, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be a big loss. But there's plenty there. The women's division's absolutely stacked, so once I can get them as good as possible, I don't know if me not using some of them will hinder their development, but there's some that have got, like, say, no overness and would be like kind of enhancement talents that I've sent back to the performance centres to try and, I think you can send a certain amount of people back to performance centres, so I've went ahead and done that. But I'm looking at, as I say, utilising that roster, utilising the NXT UK roster as well. And as I say, well, I do want an ounce of realism. Right, that's annoying. It's not going to let me look at it, but I'd base it off our contracts to private party. So a few folk will come in, but you saw how the save went in 2016. It went away from realism. It probably will go away from realism here. But I just wanted fun and fantasy books. So this might be some people's interest. Obviously, how far I went the last time. We got to 2023, I want to say. We got to WrestleMania 40, right? So I'm going to go with big ambitions because I don't intend to play Football Manager, and I hope to God I stick with that. And let's see if we can get to some ridiculous years. But if you do enjoy what you see, as I say, I'm going to try and stream on Twitch most days. Same handle as here. Yeah, just follow, and as I say, on there, and you'll get a wee notification when I do go live. But apart from that, thank you very much for taking the time out to watch your video. This was the roundup of the WWE the first month. I say your next one will probably be after SummerSlam. So thanks for watching, much appreciated. See you soon. Bye bye.